Okay, just a quick video about our portable chicken coop, or some people call them a chicken tractor, in progress. This is the frame, nearly finished, just got a few more members to put in. It's going to be about just over 3 metres long by just over 2 metres wide, and it's going to stand 1100 millimetres tall, so just over a metre tall. Basically all I've done, it's just scrap timber. We're lucky enough that our local dump has a dump shop, and basically you can go there. Sometimes they let you scavenge for yourself, sometimes they've got stuff there. You just give them a couple of bucks, basically just pays the caretaker's wage. All of the timber you see here, plus what's lying on the ground there and over on the trailer, it's cost me about 10 bucks, I think. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just all the stuff offcuts that the local builders don't use. As you see, it's basically just framing pine. Absolutely nothing wrong with this timber, and for the most part straight as a die too. Well, that's probably a bad example, that one's got a bit of a bow in it, but nearly all of them are straight as a die. So I've knocked him up together, just glued and screwed the whole lot. I figured it's just easier. I don't own a nail gun, so I figured gluing and screwing is probably easier than hitting myself with a hammer. So the plan will be this section over here where you see the bit of a frame built up. There's another member to go across the back there, and then a couple of cross members down at this height here, and they'll go crossing across here in a few spots, which will form a floor. There'll be a cavity underneath it that's about 400mm high, form a floor, and then we'll frame around all the sides of that section there. So basically that part, the whole width, will be the indoor coop part. I'll just put ply around that, probably also from the dump shop, and then a corrugated iron tin roof on a bit of a slope. There's only a real slight angle there, but just enough to make the water run off away from the chicken coop. And then everything else will be chicken wire. We have a fair few foxes around here, so what I'll do is put the chicken wire over it, and then I've heard of an idea. You bring the chicken wire out from the edge, just leave it trailing along the sides, bring it out about 30 centimetres, and that means that the foxes then can't dig down. At least we're going to trial it, see what happens. That way they can't get in and they can't dig under to get the chickens. We'll probably put a door in the end of it here so that we can get in. Haven't decided exactly where I'll put it yet. And I'm going to make it mobile. You'll be able to lift it with 2 or 3 blokes, but my intention will be to put some sort of a brackets on the back on either side here, on the bottom, and then I'll make 2 short axles, steel axles, and put just wheelbarrow wheels on them. So then when you want to shift it, all you'll have to do is come over and lift this corner here enough to be able to slide the axle into the little brackets that'll be in there, and then your wheel will sit right here. So wheel will be there, and then the idea, another one on the other side, and then you'll be able to pick it up from this side and basically just drag it, leave the chickens in there. They'll quite happily move along when they discover that their home is moving. That way you can allow the chickens to move whenever they start getting the grass down, and that way you're spreading mulch as well. The intention being that the chickens will slowly move around the entire yard. They will be leaving manure behind and digging out all of the grass and all the weeds for us. Then as we move them on, we'll be able to sheet mulch underneath the where the chickens were previously, lay down cardboard or newspaper, and slowly we'll turn a lot of the yard into a food forest, or at least a mulched area ready for a food forest. And then we will have a smaller area where the chickens will permanently live, and we'll just move them around inside that area. That's our intention. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks now before I get a new video up, but for the moment, that's where we're up to. I'll keep you updated.